Taban aglago ye chatan go go mage members of cotton ginga ten ngot sik nebo kiaro Ndindi Nyoro ago magole anago gerinda en keep not teta by set not nebo goris tanengwan ana Teargas into yesega bolote tika dita big up emoni kama Nyoro gole big up emoni gotinye imanda nebo katiba go tuyage ama incheru tika lak tugala ago magole manyalo yan serikali go ter big up emit ko bon kamo seta ene magole polote ko manyalo geri ber nyogor na teta ago megondo tugul go gusti ko imanda nebo big up emoni.
The trade we are having as Kenya, where we see tear gas being thrown to innocent Kenyans in gatherings that Kenyans have a right to attend. Those people perpetrating the same, you are actually growing a monster that will come back to you pretty soon. And because there seems to be an oversupply of tear gas in our government premises, the government should just tell Kenyans whether they then need to allocate a day where they supply the tear gas to us. But we cannot continue to operate in a situation where people imagine they can manage how Kenyans think and associate using tear gas. That is not going to work. And anyone dreaming that they can take Kenya to that kind of a depth, you are daydreaming, my friends. If you are persuasive, if you are doing the right thing, those people who are in government, you don't need to fear anything. You don't need to fear any meeting. So do not continue with this thread, my friends, because it will come back to you in a very heavy manner. We cannot continue to manage politics in archaic ways. Even in the most despotic times in this country, we never...
En kastaratan go borga imatap ke Nyoro ko tingyang maget nebo serikali nebo emoni nebo aldat nebo shares nebo Safaricom ko ite company nebo Vodacom enega mogole ka po titanot ne gi moj ko serikali gole kibendi gi aldo shares nyo ichota ni nalit ni mitini ni gole ko mogole miten ngwen misinga lega match ke suldain aldat not nebo shares ichota na enoret not ne bagati agnatet agnoton ne tagunat.
Kenyans raised this issue again last year. The response we got from those in government, the National Treasury and their bosses, is that they are basing the sale of Safaricom shares in terms of market price. I don't know whether they actually knew what market price is. A time has come when the markets themselves have betrayed you. The markets that you are hedging your narrative on is already past your transaction price. And therefore, it is now time that Kenya halts and suspends the sale of Safaricom shares to Vodacom immediately, because Kenyans are already buying those shares at a cheaper price in the market. And because we've been seeing those in government just dumping and they don't want to take responsibility to give credible feedback to Kenyans in terms of this transaction, I want to tell them this. We are giving you time to respond to issues that Kenyans are raising. And if people who are charged in negotiating for Kenyans will still continue to talk on behalf of the buyers, I am giving them this ultimatum today that I am going to give Kenyans the contact of the directors of Vodacom so that Kenyans can engage them directly on behalf of their 100 shares per Kenyan, which the Kenyan government is selling. So we are going to give the number of the chairman of Vodacom, Justice Saki Makozoma, and the CEO of Vodacom, who was here actually to sign the deal, Mr. Shamil Aziz Josub. So if the people in government cannot competently address the issues Kenyans are raising, Kenyans have their phones and they have the ability to engage our buyers in a competent discussion so that they stop taking Kenyans for granted and our assets for granted.